All right, assuming I am live, obviously we'll see. I never know with these live streams, doing them through StreamYard, on who shows up and who doesn't. So obviously we'll see who shows up and who doesn't. But we will be donating to 6 different places today. Um, there will be obviously a few in the U.S. There will be one out in Australia. There'll be one in. Hello, Roz. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm gonna turn the music down. Turn the music off, actually. Yeah, let me turn the music off. Hello, Sue. How you doing? Let me know if you can hear me okay. Just in chat, let me know if you can hear me okay. Um, okay, awesome. I appreciate you both being here. Uh, like I was saying earlier, we're going to be donating to 6 places today. A few in America, one out in Australia. Hello there, Cersei. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining. One in Australia, one in I can't think of the other place. We'll find out. We'll find out how it's going. But I hope you all are doing well. I appreciate you joining me on this Saturday, this time. And I'm going to give a few more minutes before we start this donation. And we're going to show where we're going doing these things at. So just give me a few minutes. Roz, I appreciate that $10 super. That'll go to help for donations in the month of April. Hello there, Bruce, by the way, also. Nice to see you there. Hello there, also, Karma. I'm not sure if I said hello to you, so hello to you too. I always get a little befuddled when I do these because I'm like trying to look at multiple screens at the same time. I'm trying to also keep up with chat too, so it gets a little hectic from time to time doing all this. So hopefully now you all can see this will be the first place. And let me hop on my cell phone so I can keep up with chat. Join my own live here. Hopefully y'all can see this first place we're going to be donating to. Cersei, thank you for the $5 super chat. Yeah, I think everybody should be able to see that. So this is a place out in North Carolina. This is somewhere that's close to home for me. This is just like right down the road, basically, for me. Sue, thank you for the super chat also. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. And just bear with me for a moment. Like I said, this stuff's always a little bit more difficult to manage because I got to look at like multiple things at the same time. Okay. Let me also heart these supers. Hello there, Shelly. Hope you're doing well. You made it. Yes. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Shelly, these are a little bit more complicated, so I'm talking, I'm trying to keep eye on chat. I'm also trying to like look at all the screens. So I do not recommend doing this, but it's the best way to do it from what I found. So I will try to keep an eye on everybody. I will try to keep an eye on chat. I will try to let me minimize this screen here. Let me take my face off of it because nobody wants to see me. They'd rather just see like what we're donating to here. Hello there, Rosemary, by the way. Let's do that. Okay. Get myself off the screen. Nobody wants to see me. I don't even want to see me half the time. All right. So, as most of you know, um, we always try to donate to or sponsor older cats. I mean, um, so we'll see what senior cats are here, and we will sponsor them for sure. And then we'll see what else. We're probably going to wind up donating or sponsoring 2 cats because we're trying to do $50 to each place. But this is where we're going to start at. So let me change a screen myself. All right, let me go over to, let's meet these kitties. This is where my wife always comes in handy, where she's able to keep an eye on things too with me. So as you can see, we got a few kitties here. Gotta love this one here. Curtis has got his shades on, his glasses on. Hello, Rosemary down there. Let's see. So this one here, and there's going to be a little bit of a lag. So there's going to be like a 10-second lag from what you see to what I see. So I always got to keep that in mind as well. So this is Honey Bunny. Honey Bunny is going to be one that we're going to be sponsoring. Let me write this down so I make sure who we sponsor. So Bunny. Honey Bunny is about 9 years old or so. Domestic short hair, black hair. Let me kind of scroll up a little bit so y'all can see some of these pictures. I kind of like this one, the last one for Honey Bunny. With that little, I don't know what that is on her, whatever that's on her, a little toy or something, a little like little alien, I guess. I'm not sure what that is, but that's kind of funny. I kind of like that little picture. All right, so we're going to go back out. So that's going to be one sponsor. Like I said, we always sponsor the senior cats. I looked at this earlier, and there's only one senior cat. Um, so this is where it kind of gets fun, where you can pick who is going to be the other sponsor. Um, Sponsoring here is $25 to sponsor each cat, so we're going to sponsor two. So let me know in chat who you would like to sponsor. We have Bellamecia, and y'all know I'm terrible at pronouncing, so just bear with me. But we have Bellamecia. We have Bustafer. Bustafer. We have Chipper Jones. So we have those three. There's Curtis, Gustavo, Jimbro. We have those three. Shelly, I appreciate the idea, or I appreciate the compliment there. I kind of thought it was something different. You don't really see any other YouTubers kind of doing something like this. You have Habanero, um, Meep City, Saf, and Yo Plate. So, out of those other kitties, tell me in chat who you all want to sponsor. We can sponsor one, and whatever like kitty cat gets the most picks, we'll go with. I always go with like kind of like majority rules. Um, so that's how we're gonna do it. But just let me know in chat who y'all want to sponsor. Who wants to be the second kitty to sponsor. And if I need to like move the cats up or down again, you want to see somebody in particular, just let me know. Karma, to answer your question, how much did you get in donations for the month of March? It was about 300 or so. About 300. That's about what the average has been so far. Yes, I can scroll down again. Just hang on a second. Sir, so you're still at work with another client? Okay. Hopefully it's going well, sir. So I'm glad you're able to make it here, though. Hello, Tranquil. Hope you're doing well today. Tranquil, we are trying to figure out with the community like who they want to sponsor. We've already sponsored the one senior, but now we're going to sponsor two. So there's just like a few choices here. And like I said, I try to go with the majority of people in chat who they want to sponsor. I think so far Sue has said habanero, um, and it looks like Roz has said Bustafer. So those would be the two. Now I will say, Karma, you have habanero also. Shelly, I am Raven. You got Jimbro looks sad, and Habanero looks a little rough. Yeah, some of these cats are rough. Some of these cats are in pretty bad shape. Um, some of these cats are surrendered. Some of these cats are found on the streets. Some of these cats are found in fields, found in farmland, just all over the place in North Carolina. I got Honey Bunny. Oh, Honey Bunny's already been sponsored, Rosemary. So far I have Bufasta, Habanero. I think Habanero may be the pick. It seems like, because I know Sue said Habanero. Karma said Habanero. Um, yeah, it looks like so far Habanero. Does anybody else have any options or any other thoughts? We can go with Habanero if that's what the majority wants to go with. I mean, and the cool thing with these sponsors, like once we sponsor, usually within a week or two, these cats get adopted out through the sponsorship. That's why I'd like to try to sponsor as many as possible. But if I did that, then we wouldn't be able to donate to anybody, like any other place. And I try to donate to as many as possible. Okay, so it looks like habanero. Okay. All right, habanero. Let me write that down. All right. Now give me a second here. I gotta make a payment now. So let's make some donations here. We're gonna sponsor a cat. And we're gonna sponsor two kitty cats. And this is where I like you to watch like what I'm doing. Just so for transparency. I know you all trust what I'm doing, but I always like somebody who maybe is new. They're like they see like, yeah, these are actually happening. It's actually like going on. Um, okay, let's donating the two. Bruce, if your screen froze, I would just leave the chat and then come back in. So we have Honey Bunny and Habanero. Be a one-time donation. All right, I'm gonna switch it to another screen because I'm gonna put like credit card information. So I'm gonna show you the next place though that we're gonna be donating to. Let me see if I can just get a picture of some kitty cats and some doggies. So we'll go there, and then I'll be back in a second. Let me just write this, or let me put this information down. So just bear with me for a moment, and I'll let you just look at those adorable kitties and doggies. And I'll try to keep an eye on chat, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. That's all good. Security code, billing address. That's all good too. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to go back to the Safe Haven for Cats, that website, just to show that we made that payment, that we sponsored those two kitty cats. I accidentally put it on my wife's card instead of my card. So that's, I might have to do that again, but that's all done. All right, that one is done. Yes, I know, tisk tisk. Okay, so let's go back here again. And let me just put that screen there. Bruce, we wound up sponsoring Honey Bunny and Habanero is what the group um, wound up with sponsoring. All right, so this place here is called Seal Beach Animal Care Center. Now, this is out in California. This was recommended from a person named Ryan Pence, who was a channel member. I always like to ask people, especially if they're channel members or even if they're not channel members, if you know of any places that we could donate to, please let me know. Because I would love to just donate to as many places as possible. I always like to look at like kind of like the About Us section just to kind of see their history a little bit, kind of what they're about, what they've been doing, stuff like that. And for this place, it's been around since 1986. So I was just 6 years old then. But it looks like back in 1986, it was founded by a group of kind and concerned citizens who wanted a local no kill shelter for cats and dogs. SBACC is the only animal shelter in Seal Beach. It is located next to Seal Beach Police Station. It is operated by over 100 volunteers, along with 20 staff members, and it has saved over 20,000 animals in the last nearly 40 years. Obviously, it's a nonprofit corporation. And like most of these kind of rescue places, it's funded entirely by donations by the public. Sue, it looks like you know them. Okay, awesome. Awesome. All right. Before we donate, I like to always look at some of the kitties here. And nothing against the doggies, those who love dogs. I mean, God bless you too, obviously. But, I am about the cats here. And if anybody lives in the California area and maybe you're wanting to donate a cat or not donate, adopt a cat or a dog, then this could be a great place for you. Something that you might be interested in. So they don't do sponsoring, unfortunately. Most places that we've done these donations to, they don't sponsor. You just can donate, but they don't sponsor like the Safe Haven one where you can sponsor a particular cat or cats, unfortunately. So here, again, just kind of going to look at some of these pictures. We got Abby, Angelique, I mean, um, Annie. We got Bart. We got Beamer and Ben. And Beamer kind of looks like Tang, actually, a little bit. Um, I don't necessarily always like to look at all these pictures because it definitely makes me want to adopt or foster. That's where it's hard looking at cats to me. Because you're like, yeah, we have 9, but we can bring more on. Hello there, George. Hope you're doing well. Sue, you can still make a donation in honor, okay, of Pacific Kitties. Okay. All right, Sue. I did not know that. I thank you for letting me know. And obviously, we have a lot more kitties that go on here. But I always like to be leery of time. I do try to do these for about an hour or so, and I always want to be respectful of people's time. So, but obviously, a lot of cute cats here, cute dogs for sure too. All right, so let's go ahead and let me go back to the main donate page here. And if anybody has any questions about any of these stuff, just let me know in chat. It might take me a second to answer it because I'm just kind of going back and forth between looking at my cell phone, um, looking at the screen that I'm looking at, and looking at multiple different things. Okay, so we're gonna be donating $50 here, and we will cover the fees for it, so it'll be a little over $50, and that's fine. And we're going to donate with a card. Shelly, you wish you had some of these things in Turkey. Mm. Rosemary kitties are the best. Most sadly, many sadly don't think about setting up this kind of, yeah, for sure. Websites are very helpful because, in other parts of the world, somebody may want to donate, but they have no ways of doing that. And I think there's plenty of people that want to help out other parts of the world, but if they don't have websites, it really makes it challenging. Okay, so again, let me put in my information here. I'm going to flip you all onto another screen. The next place here. Let me see if I can find a cute picture here or something y'all can look at for just a few minutes. Um, well, let's see. Maybe we'll just have to go to the main page. There we go. We'll just go here. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so bear with me for a few minutes. Now, a cool thing about this next place, Cat Haven, I don't know who pointed this one out. I don't remember the person, but what's nice about this is actually out in Australia. So we've never donated out in Australia, but today we're donating out to the Aussies, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, contact information. Yeah, Shelly, I think we had some pretty good when I was on your live stream earlier when people were talking about the FIP. Unfortunately, it's an unfortunate situation, but I think there was definitely a lot of interest in that. So I think that could be a good topic that can garner a lot of interest and a lot of awareness. Something that can be discussed, like we are talking about a little earlier. I think it's a pretty good. All right, let's see. Bear with me for a few moments, folks. Sometimes I have to create accounts here for some of these things, so some of them take an extra little bit of time. Um, so just give me a few extra moments. Why is this one not working? Hang on, everybody. Thank you all for bearing with me. I think I hit the wrong button. I did a oopsie. I'm not to be trusted around computers. Let's click here. Ethan, Zebulon, okay. Okay, I think I'm finally. Hello there, Jesse. How you doing? Hope you're doing well today. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. That took a little longer than expected. I accidentally hit the wrong button. So let me go back to this page again here. So that was the Seal Beach one, $50 donated to them, so they're done. So I'm going to close out that tab, and then we're going to go back into this other one again. Look at chat, see if anything's going on with chat. Shelters in Australia are very quick in euthanasia in behavioral issue animals, i.e., feral and fair. That's well. Hopefully, this isn't like this place. Let me look at this, the about section here. This is the cat haven that is out in Western Australia. You know, one thing I thought was kind of funny. I kind of like this. Let me point this out real quickly. So this is just how my mind is sometimes. The cat here, the way it looks like is it's kind of like got its butt towards you a little bit, right? But they just don't have the little asterisks, for its little butt. But I just found that would kind of be that was kind of a cute little thing, I thought. But I have a kind of a weird sense of humor though from time to time. Let's look at the about section here. All right. So it looks like their about section. Rescuing cats from the perils of the streets was the original aim of the Cat Welfare Society when it was established in 1961. Thanks to the efforts of dedicated staff and volunteers over many years, they've grown to become Australia's premier cat welfare organization, trading under the name of Cat Haven. Cat Haven is Western Australia's largest shelter for homeless cats, lost, and abused cats. Their vision is that every WA cat should be well cared for. They work together by achieving this by providing the following shelter facilities for lost, abandoned, and stray cats, a foster care program that allows sick, injured, and shy animals to recover in volunteer homes until they are ready to be adopted, and a rehoming program that they have connected with a network of over 23 internal adoption centers across the area. Cat Haven takes in approximately 7 to 9,000 cats and kittens every year and has a zero euthanasia rate for treatable, rehomable cats. Hopefully, that is most cats, like you were talking about, Sue. We have over 700 members, employ 55, and are supported by 71 volunteer staffs who assist at the shelter and over 800 foster carrier or foster carers. All right, so that's a little bit about them. Let me look at chat here real quickly. Sue, rescues are different. They pull at-risk animals from shelters to give them a chance. Yes, Rosemary, do you hear you whining over there? Okay. So we're gonna donate here. We're gonna make a donation. Like I said, this is the first time we've donated to Australia. I hope it's not the last time, and I hope we can find other places, or I can get recommended other places that also will know something to donate to in Australia, another place. So we're going to donate via credit card, and we are halfway done, folks. Three down, three to go. And we're going to do. Oh, I do have a question for you all. Now, I'm not sure what some of these mean, so I'm gonna let y'all pick again. This is where, again, I like to have chat get involved with making these decisions. Um, you can't see it, or can you see it? Hang on. Does that show up? No, it's not showing up. Okay, so what it's asking me with our donation, there are a few different types of donations we can do. Uh, there's just a general donation. There is an animal support program. I don't know what that now. I don't know what some of these are. There's Christmas apparel. I don't think I'm interested in that one. There's emergency boarding. There's rescue service. So, what do y'all think? Where would you want this to go to? Would you just want it to go to just a general donation? Would you want it to go to emergency boarding? I guess that's maybe just, obviously there's an emergency situation and they got to board animals. I'm guessing on this, or rescue services. Bruce, you think general? Okay. What does anybody else? Does anybody else have any thoughts? George, you think rescue? Okay. Karma, you think general? And again, I'm gonna go with the majority. Um, on what the majority feel like. And if it's a tie, then I guess I'll make the decision. I'll do the tiebreaker. Bruce general. Okay, so I have three generals and I have two rescues. I have it's close to being a tie here, folks. I got three generals and three rescues. Anybody else have any thoughts here? And if they want to do a general or a rescue? Tranquil, you got general too. Gonna have to flip a coin. I think right now the generals have it because I think right now there's four general. Bruce, that's two, that's three, that's four. I have four generals, and I have three rescues. Does anybody else have any? If they haven't made a pick yet, I'll let you. If anybody hasn't made a choice yet, then I'll give you a few moments here. Going once. Hello there, Matsuya, Yarn, and Crafts. I hope you're doing well. Going twice. And gone. Okay, so I guess it winds up being general. Um, I think regardless, it goes to a good cause either way. But it looks like general 1, 4, 2, 3. So we're gonna go general. All right. Let me see. So we're gonna donate that. And let me start putting in my information. And we are going to go into the next one. This is one up in Canada. And I think this one, who gave me this one? I think DE, I want to say. Oh, and Sue, we also, if I hopefully have it correct, I think we have yours up here too. It was Here to the Rescue out in Wisconsin. I hope that was yours because I have that one next after this one. But let me put in some information here, and then we'll get to this bars one, Barhead Animal Rescue Society up in British Columbia, I think, somewhere up in Canada. All right, just let me put in this information. Let's see. So it's give me a few more moments, everybody. Hold on, let me make that screen a little bit better so you can see some, looks like some doggies instead of just like parts of their heads. Some happy, happy doggies. I'm having to do something a little bit different here with this one. When I tried to pay by a credit card, it looks like I had to actually be a citizen of Australia, which I'm obviously not a citizen of Australia. Uh, so I'm gonna have to just go through my PayPal account instead here. So just give me a few moments here. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, we're gonna donate that way. I was kind of worried or wondering, like paying or trying to like donate to other countries, depending on the country, like what is there going to be like some issues when it comes to it? And it definitely looks like there are some issues here. Okay, let me share this tab real quickly so y'all can see that the last one was donated to. Hopefully this should pop up on the screen in a second. So let me make sure here. Yep. So there you go. Okay. So donated to 50. It's obviously gets converted over to Australian dollars to the support the Cat Welfare Society or the what was this place called again? The Cat Haven. Yeah, the Cat Haven out there in Australia. So that one is done. That one was a little bit more complicated, but that one is done. So let me get back to. Uh, hold on. Hold on. We got a blink screen. No. Hold on, everybody. I hit the wrong button again. This one. And share. Okay. Now we're back. Sorry about that, everybody. You never know when you do these things live, like how it's going to go, what technical difficulties you're going to have and not have. So I appreciate everybody being patient with me. All right, so let's take a look here now. Well, I'm glad everybody else is patient with me. I'm kind of slow and old, so I appreciate the help. Let's go to the About Us section. I always like to look at the About Us. Kind of get some history of the place. And we should be done in about 20 minutes or so. 25 minutes or so. Should be around 3 o'clock, about an hour or so. Okay, so let's look at this place. It looks like Terry here is the founder. He has over 40 years in business development, construction, real estate. It looks like in fall of 2009, he established the Barhead Animal Rescue Society, or BARS. That's a terrible name, I think, but hey, it does have a certain ring to it, I guess. Um, uh, let's see what else do they got. So it was established in 2010. They provide a safe and nurturing environment for unwanted, abandoned, lost, mistreated pets until they find a loving home for them. Through proactive intervention, public education, fundraising events, and community outreach, it seeks to promote respect for all life by breaking the cycle of abuse, neglect, and pet overpopulation in our communities. So it seems like a good place to donate, I do believe. Let's look at some kitties and look at some doggies, maybe. I don't want to look at doggies. I'm sorry, dog folks. Nothing personal. Well, I'll look at dogs for a second. A quick second. I'm gonna show some dogs, I guess. All right, let's look at some canines. For you puppy lovers out there, I'm doing it for you. Dogs are kind of cute, somewhat. So here's some poochies. They're all cat people here. Well, I'm sure there's probably maybe one or two dog folks out there too, Sue. All right, so let's get to the cats. Let's look at some kitties before we donate to this place. I mean, to me, once you go cat, you don't usually go back. All right, so some of the kitties, we got Sage. We got Piglet. Piglet is what we call Yoda. That's one of his many, many nicknames is Piglet. Penny Binks. It's an interesting name, Binks. Dogs on a Cat channel. uh, I don't know about y'all, but I could spend like an hour just looking at cat photos. What, Rosie? Looking at these cat pictures. Taylor here kind of looks like a chubbier Max. Oh, poor Maximus. Maximus has got a blood glucose curve tomorrow, unfortunately. We got to test his blood again to see if his insulin levels are good enough or if we might need to increase his dosage. All right, and obviously it goes on and on and on because there's a lot of cats there that need homes, as y'all can see with these photos. And I don't know, I mean, I know like pictures like this with Raphael. I know a lot of people think it's like cute, but there's nothing against those who do this. But for me, I don't like when people put like clothing on animals, like Raphael here. There's something to me. It's like they don't want it on them. and I know that maybe is a bit extreme. And it's nothing against people who do that. I don't consider them like bad pet parents, cat parents, or anything. But it's just I just don't see the point of putting clothing on cats. That's just my opinion. Roz, to answer your question, overall, Max is he's doing not terrible, but he's definitely having a little bit more walking issues. So that's why we're doing another curve on him. Um, just to kind of see where his glucose is like throughout a 12-hour period, and we to see if we need to increase his insulin. Right now he's taking 3 units twice a day, so he might have to get bumped up to 4 units, because the thing with his walking, it's that neuropathy where you have like weakness in the back legs, you have unbalance, some pain, which he's on gabapentin for pain. um so he's not terrible, but he could still be in a better place overall, and hopefully in time we'll get there. We'll get there. So, but anyways, let's go back up to where we can donate here, and keep on moving on here. Excuse me. All right. Hopefully I can donate like normally here where I don't have to like do something weird. It's been kind of a weird donation today. All right, I think we're good. All right, so I'm going to transfer y'all over to the next place, and this is going to be Sue. She recommended this place here to the rescue out in Barron, Wisconsin, I do believe. So I'm going to put this picture up, and let me get this donation taken care of, so y'all can look at this for a little bit, and then I'll be back with you here in a moment. Okay, so it's 50. Yep. Eastern Farm, the United States. Yep, that's all correct. Sue, you're diabetic also, and you have issues with your neuropathy. Have you had that for a long time, Sue? And does like the neuropathy ever get better, or does it just kind of stay the same, or does it kind of just depend on how things are going for you? All right, hopefully this was a simple one. I don't have to go back or do something different. Okay. Let me see. By clicking, you receive a one-time text and change your passcode to this number selected. My wife, if you're in chat here, I hope you're listening to this. Can you come up here for a moment? I need your phone. Hopefully she's in chat. I think I hear footsteps downstairs, so let me just keep an eye on. Let me look what's going on chat. So Sue, yes, this lady runs it with her hubby and 2 volunteers. She is a saint, like Shirley. Awesome. Max is 9 years old. Sue. Well, he'll be 10 this year, but he's 9 right now. Okay, there should be a number. Okay.
493-425.
Okay. So you can't take gabapentin. The cancer treatments made neuropathy worse, but the better you control the blood sugar, the better. Yeah, for sure. And that's a lot like Max also, Sue. It's like with his neuropathy, like the more control that we get with his diabetes, with his numbers, the neuropathy hopefully will get better. But the thing is, though, too, is not many cats get like the diabetic neuropathy. It's only like 10%. So unfortunately, he's part of the 10%. And I was reading that unfortunately, out of the 10%, only about 30%, once their diabetes gets under control, they get back to kind of normal, walking normal and not being unbalanced. So it'll be an uphill battle there for Mr. Maximus. Um, so, you know. Okay, so this was a donation to the Bars place, so that one's all done and over with. So we're gonna go back to Sue's here, and then we just have Sue, and then we have the I Am Raven channel, and then that is it. George, keep in mind for the donation, the currency exchange rates vary. So whatever donations you give, I mean, yeah, George, I was looking at that earlier, and I was kind of going a little crazy because I was kind of going down a rabbit hole with currency rates. Because I knew today we were going to be donating to different parts of the world. So I was just making sure that, hey, if I'm donating, if the community is donating $50 to X, then that means that for the most part they're actually getting more. So like the one in Australia, I think for $50 American dollars, it winds up being like 70 like Australian dollars. So it just depends, of course, different rates. But yeah, I was looking at that earlier. All right, let's get on to Sue's here. Um, Let me see. So, what is Here to the Rescue all about? It's a charitable organization that assists free roaming felines and their caregivers with low cost spay, neuter, vaccines, appropriate outdoor housing, and educational supports. To sustain and then reduce the free roaming feline population through the TNR programs, which are valuable, very valuable programs. It provides care for free roaming cats and or kittens during the colony trap neuter, not noodle. Or it's kind of the noodle. The noodle is being neutered, I guess. Unable to survive outdoor until adopted or transferred to a no-kill shelter. They also partner with shelters, rescues, veterinarian clinics, mobile clinics, and other facilities. Does it talk about how long they've been around? Sue, would you happen to know how long that the place has been around? It's a nonprofit, of course, 501c3. Um, yeah, it looks like a good group. Let me just take a look back at chat here. So she has 80 cats in her house and fosters. Wow, kind of like unfortunately with the one who passed away, that Chris person out in New Long Island. A little bit different, of course, scenario. But thankfully, I don't know if you all heard, but apparently, at least hopefully this is correct with the authorities. They were like saying that they don't suspect any kind of foul play. Uh, anybody starting a fire on purpose. It was just an accident, and hopefully that is the case. It was just an accident, and it was nothing more than that. But you never know. I mean, I hate to say this, but I feel like there's a lot of cat hate that is still out there in this world. Other countries, this country, I think the biggest problem we have in America, though, along with the cat hate, is just the general apathy that we have towards like other living creatures, whether it's a cat, a human, a dog, anything. It's just a big sense of apathy that we have, unfortunately. Um, but I don't want to get on too big of a rant here with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do they have any kitties that they show here? It's a big O nose there. Talks about what's available. I guess I don't have any pictures here. That's okay. That's okay. All right, let me go back. Let me go back to the main page, and let me go down to the donate. So it looks like helps us to ship. Okay. All right, let me go back to donate here. All right, so this one should be simple since it's an American one. Yes, I guess you all probably heard my wife and her never-ending sneezing. I would love to make see eventually I'd love to make like all of these like monthly donations, but the community is just not there yet. Um, I'm hoping, through donations and just more channel awareness that more people join. Especially just becoming a channel member is so helpful. So helpful. Even at just like $1, it's crazy the amount that can of donations that can rack up if I have like people becoming a channel member for just $1. It's crazy. If you had like 500 channel members, that equals to like $350 just through channel memberships alone. It's insane. But I'm not there yet, and I got to do a better job of, I guess, kind of selling. I hate to say that word selling, but kind of just having people get invested in what this community is all about. Um, so, but anyways, let's donate here. And then let me switch over to the last place. I think most of you, if not all of you, will know this last place that we're going to be donating to. Oops. Actually, it helps to share the tab, doesn't it? I'm having a moment today here. All right, so now it should switch over properly. All right. Yeah. I think y'all. Yeah, there we go. I think y'all are somewhat familiar with that channel, I would imagine. Let's see. So we got all that's done. That's done. Sue, you are absolutely you are welcome. Okay, so donate now. Hopefully, Sherry, you're still on the live. I know you got to step away back and forth, but hopefully you're still here because we got yours the last one here today. Let me put in my address. Donate here. Okay. Let me go. We're gonna share this tab now instead, just so I can show you all that this has been done. All right, so that one is done. That was the Here to the Rescue. Thanks Sue for recommending that place. Let me just keep catch up on chat here real quickly. Anything? Okay, okay. All right. Now let me go back to sharing this tab. Back, back on this one again. Can you all still hear me? Let me know in chat because I'm seeing something on the StreamYard saying I lost connection to audio. Can you all hear me still? I hope you can. Okay, yeah, okay. All right. Sometimes I can't tell on StreamYard if I can still if I'm still being heard or not. Okay. I figure you would have told me if not. Okay, so the last place that we're going to be donating to, and like I said, hopefully Sherry is still on the live. I know sometimes she has to step away for when she is on her own live because I know she's got a lot going on. Yes, Rosie is going to be obviously the I Am Raven channel. I know you are all familiar. I know, Rosemary, you got to move, honey. Sorry. You're all familiar, or most of you are familiar with this channel. Hey, Sherry, glad you're still here. I know this is not like the most exciting live. They never are, and they never like they don't draw like as much as my normal like vertical lives do. But I know the people that are here are like, and I know some people can't make it, and I get that. But I know the people that are here are like really um, really care about what we're trying to do in this community. So it's always appreciated. I mean, like I said, I know that these are not the most exciting of lives, but to me, they're the most. I get the most like joy out of them. Um, being able to share this with the community and being able to with all of your support and others who aren't here, just being able to do this every month. Always feel so blessed doing this work. I always want there to be more, of course, obviously, but every like it's immeasurable like how good these live streams are for me. And I hope the same for you too. Watching these. Like I said, even though they're not the most exciting things in the world to watch, and I get it. Okay. So I think most everybody, and my battery is starting to die, so I definitely have to hurry up here. I probably got like another 10 minutes or so, and it shouldn't take that long. So I think most of you already know about the I Am Raven channel. Obviously, we have Raven, who's kind of the star of the channel, obviously, and we have the other kitties. Let me see if I can remember all of them, Sherry. There's obviously Raven, Yoshi, Raven, Yoshi, Betsy, Moon, Bocce, Marbles, Echo, Honey, and I know I'm missing at least one or two, but I think I got most of them. There's so many cats I try to like remember here. It's so difficult. Did I miss Lily? I know I'm gonna miss somebody. But I think that wasn't too bad. I think I was like six, maybe or seven out of the nine. It's a lot. All right. All right. So let's go over to this tab here. Make sure that it's shared over properly. Yes, it did. Okay. Okay. So we are going to send. I am not a robot. No, I am not a robot today. Maybe tomorrow, though. Maybe tomorrow. All right. Oh, it's gonna ask me this stuff again, and it keeps on asking me on the wrong thing, though. All right, hold on, everybody. Let me unshare this tab for a second. Let me just go back to this one. Let me put in this information again. Ugh, technology. Sometimes you don't like it. Something is not correct. 20. Is anybody good at remembering passwords? Like I'm on so many things and I forget like what passwords are. I try to save them, of course, as much as I can, but geez, sometimes it's difficult to remember all these passwords, especially if it doesn't save it for whatever reason. It's like, oh. Come on, help me out, technology. I thought you were here for me. One, two, three, four. All right. So now this one I looked at earlier. So this one I am gonna cheat a little bit. Um, Shelly, because I know you and I know all the work you do. So if I just put in $50, for example, it's only going to translate over to $36.59, like I guess British pounds. I'm assuming that's what that is, right? GBP, is that like Great Britain pounds or something? I'm guessing. Um, so I want to get it closer to the 50, uh, or to the 50. So I'm gonna like fool around with the numbers here to see what it would be. 65 maybe, close to 65, 68, 68 and 25 cents, 26 cents, 27 cents, 29 cents. Oh, really? 30? Nope. Hold on. 30. Oh, 30 so close. 35. Okay, that's okay. Couple pennies over. We're good. We're good. All right, so we're set there. That's all good. We're gonna hit next. How do I want to pay? How do I want to pay? I want to pay through that. That's how I want to pay. All right. All good, all good, all good. We will send that. Okay. And there we go. So I am Raven, Shelly. You got that. We are all good now. I'm going to put myself back where you can see me again here for just the remaining few minutes. We are done with all of these things. So let me stop sharing. Um, Let me get my big old face back on the screen. Okay, we made it. Like I said, these are difficult. Like I'm trying to keep an eye on chat. I'm trying to look at everything else. I'm trying to do these conversion rates now, which are not pain or not fun, I should say. Hello there, Glare Bear. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to start wrapping up here. I have I have taken enough of your time. I appreciate y'all hanging with me here for this last hour. Um, I don't really know what else to say. Roz, Cersei, and Sue, I appreciate y'all with those super chats. Know that that will what am I trying to say? That will help for April, for the month of April. Um, Yeah, and I think I'm about done. So again, last things I like to say, as always, those of you who have known me for a while, if you're thinking of adopting a cat, please think about adopting a senior cat. They need it so much. Those senior kitties need to be adopted. The kittens, they'll get adopted easily, but those senior cats, they kind of just they stay in those bars, they stay in those prisons. I hate to say it like that, but they stay just behind those bars for a while longer, unfortunately. Um, and always speak up for those who cannot. If you know anybody who would be interested in this community, who are interested in helping save cats like we're doing month to month here, then please let them know. I appreciate all of you. You are all very important, and you all matter greatly to me. And it's not necessarily what we do, but it's just how we do what we're doing. Um, so stay safe, stay strong, hug your kitties. And I always babble at the end here, so I'm gonna let y'all go. I hope you all have a good rest of your day and or night, depending on where you're at. Shelly, I know you're out there in Turkey, so I know it's like 10 o'clock at night out there. George, Sue, Shelly, Rosemary, Karma, Roz, Glare Bear, trying to just look up a chat here, see if I'm sure I'm forgetting people, and if I am, I'm sorry. Bruce, Cersei, I don't know if you're with us because I know you're doing some work stuff, but anyways, I'm gonna let you all go. Take care, God bless, and we will see you next time. All right, bye all.